Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video, which is going to be a little bit of a reading video, or it is a reading video actually. But I don't know if it's going to be like a weekly update or a just TBR, because I'm going to talk about books I'm currently reading, what I want to read this month, stuff like that. So yeah, let's get started. I do have two books I'm going to talk about briefly that I am in the middle of reading. But I do think I'm going to be more focusing on my stack of library books this month because it is March and these are all mysteries. And March, there's a read along, which I'm not actively participating in, but kind of taking the theme, which is mystery, March Mystery Madness. So yeah. But anyway, the two books I'm currently reading. And I wouldn't say a read along or readathon, more of it's a reading project. And the first one is The Shining by Stephen King. I am trying to read his books in publication order. I have finished up with Carrie and Salem's Lot, so I'm now on to The Shining. I'm still very much at the beginning of the book, on page 25, chapter 4. I'm enjoying it. It's just, this is not one of my favorites from Stephen King, so it's more, I haven't picked it up in a little bit, but I do want to get, I'm hoping to finish this month, because I would like to read, on average, I'm trying to look at my books over there on the shelf, on average, about a book of his a month. I know when I get to the stand, that'll probably take about 2 or 3 months, but I'm trying to read about a book a month, which isn't that much. You know, especially in his earlier years, he usually wrote like average size novels, you know, and nowadays he writes, you know, the chunkers, but I'm enjoying it. It is, like I said, excuse me, not my favorite of his, but I'm hoping on reread, maybe it will become a favorite. Sorry about that, I had to get a drink. I had a frog, trying to form my throat. And the other book that I am wanting to read this month, I get through them, and I can probably get through about one of these books a month, even when they get to the larger size. That is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. This is book 3, as you know, in the Harry Potter series. I am just on chapter 4 right now, and I am on at the point where Harry has taken the night bus to the Leaky Cauldron, and you know, after accidentally blowing up his aunt. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I am really actually enjoying my rereads of this series more than I thought I was going to, just because for the most part when I went to reread a Harry Potter book, I would usually read the first book, or the fourth book, or this book, you know, third book, but I haven't sat down and just like read them in order in a long time, and I'm really, really enjoying that. And these books, I read them so fast, and I don't really realize, I never realized that. I finished last month in February, The Chamber of Secrets in like 2 days. I sat down and in 2 sittings read the whole thing. And this book, and here on my chapter 4, page 63, over on this side, and I read that in like maybe 30 minutes. And it's like, I don't know if maybe just the book itself, or the book itself reads fast, or if like I just know the story of it so much. I don't know what it is, but I am flying through them, so I know when I pick this book up, it'll be a sitting or two to finish. But like I said, I have some more priorities this month. So I would like to, if possible, finish those books, The Shining and Prison of Azkaban. If not, I would like to work on them. So my library books I have checked out, I'm actually reading one, which is Booked for Murder. This is the first book in the Sophie Kimball Mysteries by J.C. Eaton. This is Booked for Murder. And this is about Sophie Kimball, whose mother is in a book club, and the mother is convinced that the book that they are reading is cursed. Because since they started reading it, 4 women in the book club have dropped dead just randomly. And just after they received a random strange email as well. So Sophie has gone to investigate it. And it's really good, very amateur sleuth, very tongue-in-cheek. I'm enjoying it. It's a fast read. I just picked it up last night. I'm on chapter 7 already, 60 pages in. It reads like that. So I'm enjoying it, and I do think, depending on how the rest of the book goes, I may be continuing on with this series. Now, these are all books I want to get to. Most are cozy mysteries, except for this one, which this one is I would say an adult thriller, and it's After She Wrote Him by Solari Gento. This one, as soon as I read the synopsis, I had to grab it. It is about an author who has created this character for a book, and the more she writes him, the more he comes alive and he starts stalking her. It's giving me The Dark Half by Stephen King vibes, which if you don't know about that book is about an author who used a pen name to get big in his career, and then when he reaches like a plateau where he feels like he doesn't need the pen name anymore, he ends up, in a sense, killing off the pen name, and then the pen name comes back to life, and coming after him. So this kind of gave me that same vibes. The Dark Half is my favorite Stephen King book, so I was like, I need to read this. It is a short book. It is only 225 pages, so it's a very quick read, but it sounds so amazing. Now the rest of the books are cozy mysteries. The first book is book 1 in a Seaside Cafe Mystery by Bree Baker, and it is Live and Let Chai. And this one, I think, where does it take place? It just says Seaside, kind of place, but it sounds really good. And if I want to give it a try, first book in a series, I always, when I go to my library, I go to the mystery section, I always look for cozies first in a series, which is all of these books here, except for one. Just give it a try. If I like them, I write down, I go to Goodreads, I write down the whole series names, and I try to actively read them. And this book here, actually next 2 books, were complete just title pickups. And this one here is by Sarah Graves, and this is Death by Chocolate Cherry Cheesecake. Sorry about the glare. But this one is set in Maine, I believe in a bake shop type of ideal. But the title, Death by Chocolate Cherry Cheesecake, just completely got me. And I was like, you know what? I need to grab it and read it. Because, for one thing, chocolate cheesecake is one of my favorite things when I'm in the mood for sweets. And cherries is one of my all-time favorite flavoring. So, I seen the title, I was like, yep, I need to read it. Same with this one. It is by Dorothy Howe. It is a Harley Randolph mystery. And the title, Handbags and Homicide. As soon as I read that, I was like, yep, I need to read it. I don't know much about it, other than, I believe it is about, from what I skim read, I believe it's just like a main character is in the wrong place at the wrong time, and shortly after she leaves a place, someone gets murdered. And I grabbed Red or Alive. I had this book from the library before, I never got to finish it. It is book 3 of the Bookmobile Mysteries by Nora Page. I don't know if this is the last book in the series, but I love it. I love the trilogy of death. Hope there's more. If not, I have the trilogy to reread over and over again. And this next one, the last one actually, is actually a historical one. And it takes place in 1920. And that is Murder in an English Village, a Beryl and Edwina mystery by Jessica Elcott. But I seen the 1920s on there, and I was like, you know what? I've never actually read a cozy mystery that takes place in like the past. So let me go ahead and grab it. So yeah, so that is my books that I want to read this month. I'm hoping to, like I said, get through this stack of books this month. I have them out to from the library until the, I believe, the 26th. So it's in a good 2 weeks from now. So yeah, I think I can get some good reading done this month. Get some good mysteries in. Yeah, that is it for this update. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you whenever I sit down and chat again in the future. So I will see you when I see you.